Okay, so I have a new crazy theory prediction on how this is all gonna end and what the twist is that's never happened before. If you don't want like any hint of spoilers, just swipe up. Okay, so my first thought is that this was a teaser and this has not happened yet. And I think this is Joey saying goodbye to Rachel at next week's rose ceremony. I don't think the Kelsey A note thing is gonna matter. I think they'll make amends and then he'll have a final two of Daisy and Kelsey A. But something's gonna have him so shook at the final day when he's supposed to propose. And I think it's that the runner-up does not show up. I think he gets like a call from producers that someone is not coming and that it's someone that maybe he was not going to pick. So the word on the street is that Kelsey A and Daisy allegedly have like some type of talk and the final two has never talked before. And Daisy apparently says like, I think he's going to pick you, Kelsey A, like I'm gonna leave. So I think Daisy's just not going to show up because she knows in her heart that he's picking Kelsey A, or she thinks that. So then he gets so heartbroken because he doesn't get to say goodbye. Does that make sense? I just like for sure know that someone's going to stand him up and that's what this is. The question is, did someone stand him up who he was going to pick, or was it the girl that he was not going to pick? Okay, so in regards to my theory last night that I talked about, on how I think that someone is going to leave Joey hanging at the end, and he's gonna go freak out and be like, wait, what? She's not coming to say goodbye? I think it's messed up to ditch him at the end. I think it's messed up to ghost him, not give him a goodbye, not say goodbye. I mean, even Gabby from Zach's season saw a car labeled car number 1, and she knew he was picking Katie, but she still showed up to have that breakup. Obviously, we have not seen it play out on TV, so, you know, my opinion has a right to be changed. But, like, not showing up and leaving him hanging, not saying goodbye, I think is so messed up and so rude, even if you know you're not the winner. Unless he does something really messed up and, like, that girl feels betrayed in some way, then she might have reasoning. Like I said, we need to watch. But, like, how are you not gonna say goodbye? How are you not going to see him and say goodbye? Okay, well, this is all just a theory. We really don't know if that's what's gonna happen. Like I said, we haven't seen it. But I'm just saying, if that does happen, then it's kind of messed up. Okay, so if you need more information on this car number 1 situation, last season on The Bachelor, when Gabby walked up to Zach on the final rose ceremony, he started to break up with her, and then she stopped him because she knew that he was about to break up with her. And she answered this on her Instagram story a few weeks ago when someone asked, how did you know you were the first to arrive at the engagement location? And she says, I knew before I went into that day, I knew it wasn't me. It's pretty easy to put things together through based on the time of the day. I was pre-golden hour, but what really sealed the deal was the van labeled ceremony number 1. So typically on The Bachelor, the final 2 will go down to meet the Bachelor at like the altar, the engagement spot, and one of the 2 ladies will arrive first and get broken up with, and then like minutes later, the next girl will come out and then he will propose to her. There has also been a lot of times where the lead will break up with their final 2 in the hotel room the night before or the morning of, so that they don't have to go down to this ceremony and get dumped, because that's like really awkward. So I've seen a lot of people's comments about how when Joey's season happens, if someone doesn't show up and does the Irish goodbye, it just makes too much sense because this happened a year ago, and whoever does that definitely saw Zach's season. Guys, Joey just revealed his top picks for the next Bachelorette from his season. In an interview that was done at the Women Tell All last week with Francesca from E! News and Maria, Francesca dropped the tea on who Joey thinks is going to be the next Bachelorette, and here's what Maria had to say about it.
Joey just walked away and he said if he could pick a Bachelorette for the upcoming season, it would be you or Rachel. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, I've been hearing that a lot from not only Joey, but like people, the fans and stuff like that. And I'm just like in awe of it. Like I never, you know, I always wanted to be on the show, and not once did I ever think I could get the opportunity to be the Bachelorette. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing that people think that I can like do that, you know?
That's right. Francesca also mentioned Rachel. Was Rachel at the Women Tell All? Because last night's episode ended off on a cliffhanger. So now I think that they're going to show the Rachel breakup next week for like the first 15 minutes and then go into the Women Tell All, and Rachel's going to be there. Otherwise, Francesca wouldn't have slipped up and said Rachel. I mean, yeah, it's obvious that Rachel's going home because he told Daisy and Kelsey that he was in love with them. But the fact that she even mentioned that Joey said Rachel means that Rachel is definitely at that tell-all. Oh, and Maria's in the running to be the Bachelorette with whoever the runner-up is between Kelsey and Daisy. Okay, so a lot of people do think the next Bachelorette will be Daisy or Maria. I think a lot of people are just assuming that Kelsey A is going to win. And Dumois just posted a blind that Daisy was spotted out to dinner with 2 Bachelor producers, possibly talking about her next Bachelorette status. I totally think Daisy would make an amazing Bachelorette if they choose her. But another blind Dumois posted is that Maria is the next Bachelorette unless something goes really wrong. Apparently it was decided a long time ago. Obviously we know to take these blinds with a grain of salt, but there's definitely some truth to it. If Kelsey A wins, I totally think the next Bachelorette will be Daisy or Maria. Or they could do both of them. I know it didn't work out with Gabby and Rachel, but it could work out if we try again. Because I kind of want to see both of them.